Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going here? So, the Super Bowl rematch between the 49ers and the Chiefs is officially happening. That's right. San Francisco is once again playing Kansas City in the Super Bowl like how they did 4 years ago. And first of all, as a Patriots fan, I have the 49ers winning the Super Bowl. And also, let me just say this. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You guys had a great season. Finally, the Detroit Lions are in talks for Super Bowl contention. That's right, because the Lions, I fully expect them to be in talks for being a Super Bowl contender next season, especially after how they performed here in the postseason. Detroit, man, like I said, man, Detroit, they were impressive. They've got nothing to be ashamed of. But it's like, San Francisco, they didn't, they didn't give up, and that's what made this 49ers victory really special to watch. I would have to say is San Francisco just not giving up and them just, being able to finally, I would have to say, just put up a fight in the second half, because in the first half, I don't know where the hell the 49ers offense and defense was at, but it went missing in the first half, especially the defense. Like, Detroit was absolutely exposing the 49ers defense, and the 49ers, second half, the offense came to light, and they forced a couple of turnovers off of Detroit, and they ended up, winning the game 34-31. So yeah, Detroit, I think they will be back next season. But let me just say this, for San Francisco, if the 49ers want to win the Super Bowl here against the Chiefs, there are a few things the 49ers need to do. So I'm going to also turn this into a little Super Bowl preview. Number one, if the 49ers want to win the Super Bowl against Kansas City, they need to play good defense, okay? If you want to be able to get a win over Patrick Mahomes, you need to pressure him with your defense, okay? That's what the 49ers are really going to have to do, okay? Don't give Mahomes any time to throw the ball. Just keep pressuring him on every snap. I mean, that's realistically what the San Francisco 49ers need to do, is just put pressure on Mahomes. Don't give him any time to throw the ball and all that. And I imagine that San Francisco can come out on top victorious here. That's right. So that's one way how I think, that's the first thing I think the 49ers need to do in order to win the Super Bowl, because, if all goes well, then, with what I'm about to say, what the 49ers need to do, I think realistically, they can win the Super Bowl 38-31. That's going to be my realistic prediction. I'm saying 38-31 San Francisco. But for number two, the second thing that the 49ers will need to do in the Super Bowl is basically just keep running the football with Christian McCaffrey, because I go back to the Super Bowl from 4 years ago, and if I'm being honest here, the 49ers really just gave that game away, okay? They gave that Super Bowl 100% away to Kansas City, especially considering that in the last 6 minutes, why did they stop running the football? Like, why didn't they just keep on running the football? Because if only they just kept on running the football, they would have beaten the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, but they just gave them way too much time. They stopped running the ball, and, it's just the 49ers just couldn't figure out how to get a win right there, because they had that Super Bowl. They were playing so well, but just the last 6 minutes getting outscored 21-0, all because for some stupid reason they decided to stop running the football. So it's like, second thing they need to do, just keep running the football. It doesn't matter if you're up by 20, 30, 35 points. Just keep running the football until the clock strikes 0, okay? That's what San Francisco needs to do. Just keep running and pounding the rock until the clock strikes 0. So that's the second thing San Francisco needs to do, is in order for them to win, is Christian McCaffrey is going to have a good game, because, they're going to have to figure out how to keep Mahomes off the field, because they need to dominate time of possession. They need to keep on figuring out how to keep Mahomes off the field. So those are two things that the 49ers really need to do in the Super Bowl, plus minimizing the turnovers. And if they can do all those things, then I have them coming out on top 38-31.